Good evening, baseball fans. This is your broadcaster speaking on behalf of SESN, bringing to you live from Seattle, Game Day 19 of Season 27 of the HEBBL between the Columbus Spiders and the Seattle Sonics. The Spiders are 5-13 on the season through the first 18 and are entering this game on a 3-game losing streak after losing a heartbreaker being walked off in the 9th inning by Milwaukee thanks to a 2-run home run from JoJo. The Ohioans are the 10th seed, standing 8 games back from first place Arizona and 4 back of 7th place San Francisco, who hold the lowest seeded playoff spot. On the home side, the Sonics have gained momentum after a series sweep against the 3rd seeded Denver Whitecaps, who were handed their fall from grace on the backs of 2 brilliant pitching performances from Velunaris and Sakaro. The Sonics are getting little momentum, starting their win streak against the Coloradans, and are battling in a heated race for that coveted 7th seed with Iowa and the aforementioned Jailbirds. With the Washington win against Cellermen Los Angeles last night, a belting of Philadelphia by Chicago, and a smooth sailing affair from Arizona to sink San Francisco, the Baysiders find themselves with only 1 game separation from Seattle and Iowa, who too completed their sweep, surging past Baltimore to maintain their run differential tiebreak advantage over the Purple Men of the Northwest. With San Francisco playing Baltimore, Iowa playing Chicago, and Washington playing Philadelphia, there are plenty of opportunities for all 8 involved sides to rise or fall in a blink of an eye. Now on to yesterday. Yesterday, Sonics bats went bombs away to the tune of an 8-4 romp against the Denver Whitecaps at home. The home run ball came in big time for the Sonics, with the Hardware Haven key player of the game, Talks, having a 2-home run game, courtesy of a solo home run in the 2nd and a 2-run home run in the 3rd. Other notable players included Owen, who had a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning as well, and Notre Dame, who had a solo cloud of his own in the 7th. It was the second time that SESN missed the visual of Owen's home run, which both happened this week. And pitching was clean all the way, with Sakaro taking the bump to start, earning a quality start of 6 2/3 innings pitched, 3 runs on 7 hits, while striking out 6 and walking 2 before Owen took over, finishing the job only allowing 1 solo home run, the lone hit against him, alongside 2 strikeouts in the remaining 1 2/3 innings. And of course, the Sonics are looking to do it again today, trying to win against this struggling Spiders team. First, we'll have a recap of Seattle's batting line score yesterday, before going on to discussing some pertinent batting and pitching information to look at before the first pitch. So, first of all, onto the line score of last night. The leadoff man was Baggio. Baggio, who played in his 6th game for the club yesterday, is batting 11 for 25 now. He went 2 for 5 with an RBI. Was followed by Cappy. Cappy went 0 for 4, but he pulled through with the sacrifice fly for his lone RBI. Batting in the 3rd position was Bellinger. He had a quiet day by his standards, but it still wasn't a very quiet day. He went 2 for 4, both of which were singles, but scored a run. Then club captain Velunaris batted in the cleanup position, and he unfortunately flew out 4 times, going 0 for 4 for the lone opener of his Seattle batter. Then was Talks batting in the 5th position. Talks, as we said, had the best day of all Seattle bats, went 3 for 4 with those 2 home runs and a single for a total of 2 runs and 3 RBIs, and he also had an outfield error. Gregsy replaced him defensively but did not appear, so 0 for 0 on his day. Then, batting in the 6th position was Pikachu. Pikachu went 3 for 4 with no RBIs, but did score a run. He got lucky early on in the game when he hit an infield easy ground ball to third base. Who went by the name of Complex Cube, instead threw the ball to catcher, which allowed Pikachu to reach and eventually score. He scored on the Owen home run. Who batted behind him in the lineup yesterday. That 2-run home run was his lone hit, but it was an important one after all. Owen went 1 for 4. Notre Dame batted in the 8th position. He also had a good day at the plate, not to mention with his home run, but he also had 2 more hits and an extra run scored for a final line score of 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Then batting in the 9th position was the starting pitcher Sakaro. Sakara also had a good day at the plate, 2 for 4 with a run scored. So that was the batting line scores of yesterday's game against Denver, and we're expecting roughly the same starting lineup today, although I do believe Owen will not be here, so I imagine Gregsy or Gabriel, one of those good bats will be there to fill in on the bench. Next, I'd like to talk about some potential high-flying bats that I look forward to. We talked about Baggio. Baggio batting 11 for 25, as I said, just shade under 500. Baggio added to his 2 RBIs, which were courtesy of a 2-run home run against Arizona a couple of games ago. He's definitely someone to look forward to get on base, should he play, of course. Then, as we said, batting the third position is Bellinger, and he's the real power bat of the team. Bellinger bats .846 with runners in scoring position. That is tops on the team, 11 for 13. He's got 23 RBIs and a total of 5 home runs. And he also is batting pretty well, above the 460 mark. Also is the captain Bellinaris. He had that 0 for 4 day, as I said, but overall he's still having a great year with 6 home runs and 12 RBIs, and still batting around that 360 mark as well. Unfortunately, he's not batting so well with runners in scoring position, batting around the 230 mark, but overall, he's still been a productive player, and of course that dependable leadership, important for any team. And of course is Tauchs. Tauchs now leading Seattle with 7 home runs, and also adding on top of that 13 RBI. Tauchs also bats about 500 after today, I believe. Yes, he bats just a shade above 500 by my calculation, which is tops on the team for batting. So those are the 4 players to look for today for the Seattle team. And last thing we'd like to discuss before the first pitch is the pitching metrics. The expected starter for today is probably Sins. If not Sins, then Bellinaris. Sins in 6 starts has a record of 3-2, and Bellinaris, with 7 starts, has a record of 3-3, and also added a save in relief. Now, Sakara yesterday got his first win of the season. He's 1-2 with 2 starts, and to expect coming out of the bullpen would perhaps be Bellinger, the only of the pitchers with win-loss record, would be Bellinger, who in 1 start took the loss, but also has 2 saves on the season. Some other pitchers that we could possibly see is the swingman, Gabriel plays 77. And we've seen Cappy, come out at times. So that's all we'd like to discuss in this pregame. And while we wait for the first pitch, we'll take a short break and be back with you in a minute. Well. Lineups are being set here, and the teams are about to take the field. Once again, Columbus, the away team, will bat first, and the Sonics of Seattle, the home side. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Is Columbus the home team? Let me fix that. Watch this. Oh, I was told that Seattle's the home team, but not my concern. So, actually, I'm gonna fix the stream settings. Spiders are taking the field still. Lineups being set. Here we go. So Yam the Yag takes the mound for the Spiders. And Baggio, the leadoff man, will step in first. First pitch is in there for a ball, and this game is underway. Baggio, who's been one of Seattle's good trade acquisitions, has been tearing the cover off the ball ever since he broke into the Seattle team in their starting lineup. Count is even at 1-1 here. Could see Yag's pitching stats up there on the scoreboard. Notice around the 5.7, 5.9 mark tends to be the league average, which of course, if this was Major League Baseball, would be worse than the Rockies. Starting pitchers, Kyle Freeland, Austin Gomber, Herman Marquez, Aaron Santanzalo. But this is not Major League Baseball. That is hit down the left field line, and the third baseman makes the catch. Was playing in foul territory, robs Baggio of a leadoff single here, and there's one out. Up steps Jaxo, also bad in the second position yesterday, went 0 for 4 with a sacrifice fly for his lone RBI of the day. Has been in a mild batting slump as of late, a couple of good games here and there, but mostly some lack of offensive production, and definitely want to see him step up. Apologies, he likes to be called Cappy. I usually just read the username. But anyways, Yam ready now after tossing the ball around a bit. Here's the pitch from the right-hander that is hit on the first, straight to the right fielder, and there it is 2 away. So up steps Bellinger. Bellinger, as we mentioned, and you can see his tremendous stats so far in the season. It's been the real power and production threat of the Seattle team. But 2 outs and the base is empty. First pitch is hit on a 1-hop to the third baseman. The throw is in time. That retires the side. So Baggio pops to third. Cappy flies to right. And Bellinger grounds third to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Score after half an inning. Seattle nothing. Columbus coming to bat. Dreadlord will face Bellinaris on the mound. Bellinaris won his last game. A 9-hitter, 1-run complete game against the Whitecaps in the first game of the series. That's Gabriel behind home plate, Notre Dame at first, Bellinger at second, Baggio at third. I can't quite make up the. I'm sorry, Baggio at short. I can't quite make up the third baseman, top of my head. Uh, I believe Jaxo is in center, Talks in right field, and might be Gregsy out in left. I'm not too sure. We'll see when they come to bat. So Dreadlord has it 0-2 now if he swings and misses. Still no score here at Columbus. First batter of Spiders, and he takes that ball outside. The 1-2 now. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Velanera starts the day off well. Gets him to swing over the top. And up comes the pitcher, Yam of the Yeg. Yam has hit 7 home runs, but only 10 RBIs. Just to show you that he's been playing pretty well, I would assume. But Columbus hasn't been getting runners ahead of him. Takes the first pitch over the plate for strike 1. And let's see if my coffee is still too warm. I had some Community House. Very intense blend, they said, as that's outside for a ball. Okay, we're good. It's not scalding hot. Here's the 1-1. That is inside for ball 2. Now, when you see a stat like this, you just really wonder, are they using him right, batting in the second position? Because surely Columbus can get some men on base time to time. Put the man with the best OPS in the leadoff spot, and then put the second best. As that is hit out sky high to the second base, and Bellinger's there to make the catch for the second out. But as I was saying, the 2 best OPS men should bat first and second. Up steps Cactus Pro. And then you put the 2 best slugging men behind them. And surely you have a little more offensive production there. Cactus also batting above the 400 mark. And same story. 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. So, goes to show you, hitting a lot of perhaps leadoff home runs, 2-out home runs, nobody on, but nothing in a row. Now the count is 2-0. Velanera's the southpaw. Looking to get over the plate here. And a mild hitter's count. Here's the pitch. That is on the inside half for strike 1. Velanera's, as you can see, in his as that's popped to first base, that will end the inning. As I was going to say, in his 8th start, has 30 strikeouts now. So, Dreadlord strikes out swinging. Yam pops to second. Cactus pops to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. The score after 1 full inning remains Seattle nothing, Columbus nothing. And up steps that cleanup man X-Talks, so Velanera's moves himself down in the lineup to accommodate the hitting streak of Talks inside ball 1. Top of the second now, and still no score. Yam still on the mound, marauding around, I guess he's promenading down the Seine between every pitch. Now throws the ball in the right field. Someone is playing shortstop now. The right fielder is ready. Perhaps someone had to go, But anyways, we await the pitch, and the 1-0 is on its way. Right-hander delivers, and Talks fouls it, but the first baseman cannot get there in time. Stays alive. Once again, Talks leading the team, batting above the 500 mark here. And is leading the team in home runs as well. That is outside for ball 2. I'd love to see a catcher with a right-handed throwing arm, because it just feels like sacrilege when some of these people play catcher left-handed. But I digress. That is grounded foul. down the third base line, evens the count at 2 apiece. Here's a 2-2. Sky high in the air, and I think he just left the game. Oh my. Oh, either way. Pops the catcher. Up steps full squad. This is only his second game. Yeah, I think he just left the game. Full squad is not present. Oh. Huh, interesting. Well, anyways, here's Velonaris. As we'll look to see what the hell happened. Velonaris, standing there, enters the batter's box, left-handed man. Here's the pitch now. That is over the heart of the plate for first strike. And the 0-1 now from the right-hander. That is hit in the air, one hopper to short to first and oh, he almost was safe, stepped off the bag. Well, Velonaris grounds short to first, and up steps Notre Dame, batting in that 6th position. So Yam pitching brilliantly so far, 5 up and 5 down. Notre Dame had a 3-for-4 day with a home run, and a run scored on top of that. And here's the first offering. That is hit down the line, but that's gonna hook foul. Bounced into the corner here at a Progressive Field, I guess, even though that's in Cleveland. This is Columbus. Columbus is more of a soccer town anyways. Columbus Crew, original Major League Soccer side. 0-2 now. That ball's taken low and in. And speaking of soccer, by the way, the United States women's national team put 6 against Paraguay, who were shut out. As that is hit on one hopper right at the second base bag. The shortstop is up with it. Inefficient path by Notre Dame. Does not matter. He grounds out short to first. So X-Talks pops the catcher. Velonaris grounds short to first. Notre Dame grounds short to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Score after 1 1/2 inning remains Seattle 0, and Columbus coming to bat here in the bottom. So here's Temptator, the cleanoff man. This is a little bit better. 6 RBIs, 2 home runs. That is over the heart of the plate for a strike. So Velonaris and Yam have both pitched well so far, as that is foul down the third base line. Some pertinent scores in the English Premier League. Relegation battling West Ham United beat Sunderland 3-1 with 3 first-half goals. Burnley scrapped a 2-2 draw against Tottenham Hotspur. Christian Romero, Tottenham captain, saved the day with a 90th minute equalizer after Lyle Foster put them ahead in the 76th. Fulham beat Brighton 2-1 as that's hit over the head of the second baseman, and that will fall. Center fielder is up with it, and the throw will cut him off for a single. That's the first hit of the day for any side. Bring up Sinrit. But Harry Wilson scored a stoppage time free kick to beat Brighton 2-1. Man City shut out bottom side Wolves 2-0. And Bournemouth had a last minute go-ahead goal from Amin Adil, the Moroccan winger, put Bournemouth ahead 3-2 at 95th minute. And those were the scores in the Premier League today, as Sinrit, or Cnert, you know what, doesn't matter. Sneer. I'm going to call him Sneer. One and one on the 5-man. Over there for a strike. That is hit, bounding ball to third. Third to second, not in time. The throw to first, not in time. Oh boy, that is not good. And Notre Dame is coming out the third baseman to berate him. Infield single. We'll figure out if that was a error. And it was. So here's the 0-1 on PCB. And actually, you know what? While we're here, let's figure out who the error was on, so I can figure out who the first baseman was. It said it's on Velonaris. That doesn't sound right. Well, anyways, here's the 0-1. Oh, I forgot to turn on the desktop audio. I forgot I can do that now. So there comes your sounds of the game, I guess. Bomb the second inning. 2 hits for Columbus and 1 error attributed to Velonaris, and I would really love to know how he got that error. Strike 2 now. Velonaris bearing down on PCB. Really needs this out here. But the 2-2 now. Hit in the air. That's a Texas leaguer between short and center field. Here's the the ball was held. That's a run that scored. Oh, the center fielder held the ball. I can't tell if it's Jaxo or Gregsy, but either way, as Kixelby steps up to the plate, batting in the 7th position, Columbus has taken the lead on 3 straight singles. RBI for PCB. So Temp Taser goes second to home. Sneer stands on second base, PCB at first. 1-0 Columbus. They take first blood. That is a ball. Check swing. Not go around. Apologies. Seattle has 1 error. Hold 1-0 now. That is hit in the air, but not very far. Infield fly. That's the first out. Up steps comeback Ben, making his 2nd appearance of the season. Ben is yet to get a base hit, but he's got a beautiful bat for an 0-0 batter. Batting the right-handed position, perhaps he's a switch. Either way, here's the first offering. That's over the heart of the plate for a strike. Comeback Ben, of course, referencing Talking Ben, our favorite childhood friend, and he lifts that out to left field. That is caught, and feinting the tag was Sneer at second base, but of course he has to come back, and here is the 9-hole man, Choate. Choate batting .314, 2 solo home runs. I count for those 2 RBIs, so very home run reliant team. You know, perhaps they just need more men to get on. They have an opportunity here. Velonaris, first offering was outside. That is hit to... There's no one covering... Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Mix-up between Notre Dame and Velonaris reminded me of the New York Yankees. No one covering first base. Bases are full. For Dreadlord, leadoff man. Struck out swinging to open the game for Columbus. So 4 hits in this inning for the Spiders and 1 run across the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This could be a big deciding factor of the game. 2 errors from the infield allowed 2 men to reach here. And the 0-1. That is grounded foul down the first base side. On the 0-2 now. Here it comes. Oh, outside. Check swing did not go around, says the umpire. Two and two now. Oh, oops. And here it comes. That is hit in the air to third base and caught on the fly. That will end the inning. Temptator singles, Sneer singles with an error, PCB singles and RBIs. Lixley pops to first. Comeback Ben flies to left. Choate singles. Dreadlord lines to third. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 3 left. Score after 2 full innings. Seattle is trailing now, 1-0 to Columbus. And up steps Gabriel Plays, 77, catcher of the day, batting in the 7th position here. Fouls that first pitch into the stands for third base side. So Gabriel playing for first time in a minute, to my understanding. You see he's a good contact, not much offensive prowess, perhaps not his own fault. You just see the lone RBI, no home runs. But 0-2 now in the hole, takes that pitch high. Ball 1. Yam has been pitching brilliantly, retired the first 6 men he faced. Columbus took the lead in the bottom of the 2nd on a series of singles. So here comes the 1-2. That is hit, bounding ball to first. First baseman will take it himself. And it's Greg Zucchini. Gregsy. I call him Greg Zucchini. Jesus. But anyways, you see his stats, not very good. He's got pretty good lifetime stats. Gregsy. This is his first appearance in a while. 37 career games, bats .283, was formerly of Arizona. He's got 3 home runs and 10 RBIs in his career. 2-0 on the 8-man. Nobody on here. Top of the 3rd. Hit in the air. Not very far. Second baseman's there. Looks like comeback Ben. Oh, here's Velpux. Velpux yet to get a hit this season. Also very talented at the plate in his career. In 73 games, 74 now. That's exactly .250. 9 home runs, 30 RBIs. Formerly in Milwaukee last season. 0-1 on the 9-man. Up on deck is Baggio. Baggio made out to third base, first time up. 0-1 offering is swung on a miss for strike 2. Check swing, 1 around. Velpix calls time here. Shortstop not paying attention, perhaps. Second baseman. There's a shortstop. Ready here. Ben is running back. Running to and fro, I guess, overall. Here's 0-2. That is hit on the air to first base. A scoop and now. Gabriel grounds to first. Gregsy pops to second. Velpix lines to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Score after 2 1/2 innings. Seattle nothing. Columbus 1. So Spiders now have already batted around the order. Yam batting in second position here. Was retired by the second baseman his last time up. Now is standing behind the official's mound here. So Velpux, I believe, is the right fielder. Gregsy's left. No, Velpux is at third, sorry. Talks is in right. In center field, I think, is Cappy. Left field is Gregsy. Infield left to right, Velpux, Baggio, Bellinger, Notre Dame. Catching Gabriel and Villanera still on the mound here. On the 3rd inning. Already given up 4 hits. Only gave up 9 last time out against Denver. Much better team in the standings category. 0-2. Alinarius to the rubber now. The 0-2. Here it comes. Southpaw kicks, winds, and delivers. And that is outside. Ball 1. Statue treatment to Yam. From Yam. Apologies. While there's delay, I'm just going to make sure there's only one error. Yes, sir. Pitching visit. Up comes Baggio. Baggio's gone. Comes back now. And now it's Bellinaris. Long delay here between the third and fourth pitch, but here it comes. High, ball 2. There he goes. Statued. Strike 3. Blew it by him for the first out. And up steps Cactus. Flew to first base. Popped to first base last time up. Two men behind the plate here. That's there for a strike. That's in there for a strike, too. Hit in the air. Left field, nobody there. Rounding second and heading to third now. Throw came into second base behind the runner. Triple for Cactus Pro. To the cavern there, left field. Nobody was home. Oh, I think that was an AFK outfielder. Gregsy. Cost them. That's not Gabriel. Might be United Enforcement. Sicaro. Not too sure. Well, regardless. Temp Taser batting now. Led off the scoring with the single in the second. Leading off. Hits that one out to right. That will be the second run of the day. RBI single for Temp Taser. Score now 2-0 in favor of the Spiders. Upset Sneer. Also singled. Thanks to an error. Turn a double play into first and second. Nobody out. Runner was off with the pitch. Back again safely. 1-0. That is hit in the air. Right center field. Outfielder will not get it. Rounding second, heading a third is Temp Taser. Temp Taser now going all the way. Here's the throw to the plate. Is not in time. Another run scores, and Sneer has an RBI double. So mad dash from Temp Taser, first to home. Columbus out ahead, 3-0. This shell-shocked Seattle team just can't piece it together on the fielding side. 3-0 now. PCB batting with a runner in scoring position and only one away. Belinaris probably not too happy with his team. I don't want to imagine what he's saying to them. You know, they don't put a microphone out there on the field for the players, just for the sounds of the bat and the ball and the glove. So I'm sure if we had it for the players, that we'd be saying "pardon my language" a lot. 0-1 the count on PCB. That was taken. Fastball in there. 4 strike. Seattle, in my opinion, is the favorite. But I guess the home field advantage too much. That's fouled. First base side. 0-2 now. And this out helped right the side. Well, here's the 0-2. Bunt! Now we'll advance the runner. Belinaris gets him at first base. To third. Comes Sneer. Sacrifice. Bunt. And a good one. You know. Perhaps he was bunting for a hit, but a sacrifice nonetheless. Here's Kixelby. Kixelby 0 for 1 today. Pops to first. Runner on third and 2 away. One 0 now. High, ball 2. In there for strike. And 2-1 now. On the 8-man, on the 7-man. Comeback Ben on deck. So perhaps you don't want to give them something to hit. You still can face the 8 and 9. Check swing outside. Did not go around. So hitters count here for Kixelry. Here's the 3-1. Hit it on a line, left field. That will drive in the 4th run of the day for Columbus. A single for Kixelry, an RBI single that is. And what a mighty sacrifice bunt that it was for PCB. Directly correlates with the runs scored here. Comeback Ben steps up. 1 on and 2 out. Still looking for his first league hit. Columbus is on the hit parade. 4 runs and 8 hits here. Seattle just an error to their name. That is outside, ball 1. Even count here and 2 away. Up next for Seattle, 1, 2, 3. Baggio, Cappy, Bellinger. 1 and 2 now. Hit in the air. Not very far. Second base is up with it. Ben pops out. So Yam strikes out looking. Cactus triples. Temp Taser RBI singles. Sneer RBI doubles. PCB sacrifices. Kixelby as an RBI single. Comeback Ben pops to second. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and 1 left. Score after 3 innings. Columbus 4, Seattle nothing. So Gregsy was the left fielder. I think he's been replaced now. Here's Baggio. Been there for a strike on the leadoff man. Baggio was out at third base last time up. Here in the top of the 4th. And it's 4 runs, the good for the Spiders. Seattle yet to get a base runner, yet to get a hit. And here's the pitch now. Ball. Own way. Substitution here at third base. Playing catch on the mound. Yam's still out there here for the fourth. You know, I just want to know what happened there. Baggio skipped, I guess. Makes the first out. Here's Cappy. Cappy flew to right, first time up. Here's the first pitch, and there for a ball. Maybe disconnected. Well, either way. 1-0 is hit on the line to second base. 2 out now. Here it comes. To Bellinger, first pitch. Bellinger grounded third to first, and the first inning. Yam has gone through 11 consecutive. Seattle lying down for the Spiders as of now. One 0. It's over the plate. And that is hit right field, way back. Just missed the second deck and gone. A home run for Bellinger. Came out of nowhere, came in a flash. Belted that. About 10 rows back. And that breaks up the no-hitter. That breaks up the perfect game. 11 out. And the 12th man comes around and scores on his own accord. Solo home run for Bellinger makes it a 4-1 ball game. Seattle has woken up here. So here's Talks. Talks popped the catcher last time up. Some scores around the league as that's popped, first base line, and caught by the pitcher to end the inning. Arizona shutting out Denver 5-0, top the fourth. And San Francisco leading Baltimore 4-2, bottom the third. So here's Choate the 9-man. Abejo out by skipping. Cappy flies to left. Bellinger solo home run. Talks pops the pitcher. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, none left. And the score after 3.5 innings, Columbus 4, Seattle 1. So here's Choate, had a single. Was stranded in the second inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. And 0-2 now. Ow, strike 3, he got him. Down goes Choate. Didn't know what hit him. And up steps Dreadlord, the leadoff man, is 0 for 2 today. Someone tell me to write my backwards Ks a little better. First pitch is in there for a ball. Well, now the score count is 1-1. Hit in the air. Not very far. First base and second base are there. Catch is made by the first baseman. There are 2 down, and here is Yam. If I was Velinaris, I would not be very happy, to say the least. Hit, slow roller, third base. Vel picks up with it. The throw is in time. That makes it a 1-2-3 inning. Shoei strikes out looking. Dreadlord pops to first, and Yam grounds third to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Second 1-2-3 inning for the Sonics. Columbus still leading 4-1. So Velinaris goes from pitcher to hitter here. Leads off the top of the 5th inning. Yam still dealing. Lost the perfect game bid with, 2 out in the last inning. And here it comes. That's a ball. That is hit. One hopper, second base. Throw is over and in time. Got some bad news here. John Brody, former San Francisco quarterback. One of the great quarterbacks of those early San Francisco years before Joe Montana passed away. I saw that a day ago. A day late, I guess, but I just found about it now. John Brody, one of the quarterbacks who I think deserve the Hall of Fame, along with John Hadle, Chargers quarterback, Darryl LaMonica, Oakland. So that's 1-2 on Notre Dame. And the 1-2, the count is at 2-2 now, sorry. Velinaris grounded second to first, lead off. How do I find about that late? That is hit in the air, and it falls between right and second base. Right fielder falls down. Notre Dame as a Texas leaguer for a single with only 1 away here. And up steps Gabriel Plays. Grounded out to first base last time up. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Inside, count is full, 3-2. Oh, down he goes, strike 3. So 1-0 on Sakaro now. Sakaro replaced Greg C, who went AFK and cost them the triple. And that is popped in the air. That will do it in the inning. To first base. Well, so Velinaris grounds second to first. Notre Dame singles. Gabriel plays, strikes out swinging. Sakaro pinch hitting here in the fifth. Pops the third. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. Score after 4.5 innings. Seattle 1, Columbus 4. And here's Cactus Pro. Had that triple that because Grexy went AFK middle of the game. Here's the 0-1 now from Velinaris. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 off the plate. So here's Temptazer, 2 for 2 with 2 singles, one of which was an RBI, scored both times. Mad dash from first to home in the third inning. On deck is Sneer, the man who drove him in with that double. 2 balls now and no strikes. And now it's 3-0. Velinaris can't find the plate here. Hit. And it falls in there for third single of the day for Temptazer. And here's Sneer. So Sneer also 2 for 2. Well, that's gonna fall. We're gonna get the out at second, I guess. So fielder's choice, third to second. Brings up PCB. Taken for ball. Fouled away. And the count is even at 1-1. That is hit deep to the warning track center field. Jaxo makes the catch to save a run. So Cactus strikes out swinging. Temptazer singles. Sneer grounds on the fielder's choice. PCB flies to center. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. The score after 5 full innings still remains Columbus 4, Seattle 1. And here's Velpux, the 9-man. 0 for 1 with pop out to first. And grounded. Almost got past the first baseman. And Velpux is retired here to open the 6th. So I'm gonna do it this way, so I don't have to do top and bottom. I think that looks a little better. So Flamedrius is batting for Baggio here in the leadoff spot. Baggio, 0 for 1 because the skip doesn't count. Here in the 6th inning, and Gregsy also went 0 for 1. So the 2-1 now to Flamedrius, 2-2. Flamedrius, I believe, lone hit was the home run. Let's see. No, 3 for 15. 1 for 3 with runners on. He's got 2 RBIs, 1 home run. Lifetime batting average of 283, formerly of San Diego. 225 games of experience, and the payoff pitch is on its way. Swung on a miss for strike 3, and down goes Flamedrius here, and there are 2 outs in the top of the 6th. So a quick game so far. Here's Cappy. Cappy, 2 flyouts, 1 to right and 1 to left. That came in the 4th inning. Batting here, 2 outs and nobody on. Seattle needs 3 runs. Tie this game, it's 4-1. And they're got 10 outs to go. First pitch ball. On deck is Bellinger. Bellinger had a solo home run in the 4th inning. Broke up the perfect game from Yam. Yam still dealing here. Pitching brilliantly. About 10 pitches an inning is really good by any standard. Pee-wee, softball, Major League Baseball, even MLB The Show, actually. So here's a 2-0. Foul, third base side. We'll do it again at the count 2-1. Now. Fouled. First base side now. Evens the count. 2's down the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Seattle here in the top of the 6th. Kick. Line delivery from the right-hander. Hit in the air. Right field, straight at the right fielder. Playing quite shallow. Just where they needed to be. And now Kixlery comes in to hit. So, Bellpooks grounds to first. Flamedrius pinch hitting. Strikes out swinging. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about that. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Bro. Hold on. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna get copyrighted for that. Oh, and 1 on Ben. Foul, third base side. Gabriel will not get there in time. I have no idea what happened to Kixlery. Gonna figure out after. Hit. That ball is back, and gone in center field. Home run for comeback Ben. And Columbus reinstates their 4-run lead. Well, not good. Belinaris. Most of those runs given up, by the way, were not his fault because of the home run. I mean, the lack of fielding. Kixlery did not strike out. I just wanted to make sure. So here's Choate. Okay. 1 for 2 today. Single and struck out looking. Fouled third base side. Yeesh. And no 1 now. Foul, third base side. Oh, and 2 now, on its way. Fouled. High. Will Notre Dame get there? He will. Second out. Up steps the leadoff man, Dreadlord. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout and 2 lineouts. Pop-outs. So here is the last out of the 6th for Columbus. Got the home run ball on courtesy of Comeback Ben. Made it 5-1. Seattle getting 2 hit as of now. They have as many runs as they do errors. For some reason, Charts of Elinaris. That ball is hit in foul territory. Notre Dame will not get there this time. Second chance for Dreadlord. Count 1-1. And here comes the 1-1. It was check swing, did not go around. Pitching quick here. That is ball 3 outside. And the 3-1 coming just as fast. Count is full at 3-2. Jesus. Coffee went down the wrong pipe. Payoff pitch. Hit in the air straight to first base. And caught for the final out of the 6th inning. We're here at the 7th inning stretch. Kixelby makes out. Comeback Ben homers. Choate fouls to first. Dreadlord lines to first. No 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, none left. And score after 6 full innings. It's Columbus 5, Seattle 1. The Columbus men up here, top of the 7th. Bellinger, Tox, and Velinaris. So, players are ready to take the field now. Sonics are 4 runs behind again. Bellinger cut it to 3 his last time up when they were only trailing 4-0. Gam still on the mound on the other side of the stretch. Here comes their first pitch. That is over the plate, strike 1. So here's the 1-1. And 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1. Oh, ball 3 outside. Three 1 now. Hit in the air, straight to the right fielder. That will be the first out of the top of the 7th. Oh, 1 now. One and 1 now. Ball 2 now. Three and 1 now on Gregsy. Batting for Tox. I didn't even realize. Gregsy finishes 0 for 2. Hit Bounding ball to second base. Been a common trend. They just can't seem to do anything against Yam, and here's Bellinaris. Exy grounds second to first. Hit foul down the first base line. One and one. One and two. Hit in the air. Another bounding ball to second base. Comeback Ben. A busy man. The pitcher almost would have cost him an out, actually. Bellinger pops, flies to right. Gregsy and Bellinaris ground second to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Yam dealing and wheeling. After 6.5, score remains Seattle 5, Columbus 1. So Bellinaris is off the mound, and here was Bellinger in now for mop-up. So that ends the day on Bellinaris. 5 runs on 10 hits. He struck out 4 and walked none, and gave up 1 home run. First pitch from Bellinger is there for a ball on Yam. Bellinaris is the pitcher of record. He would take the loss. Yam here would take the win. Yam is 0 for 3 with a groundout, a pop-out, and a strikeout looking. 1-1 to count. Here's Bellinger's long wind. Ball 2. So if Yam wasn't the pitcher, I'd say he's having a bad day. But, oh my goodness, he's been 2-hitting Seattle so far, and there he goes! That's a home run! Right field, right center, by the American flag, and gone! 6-1 now, Columbus. Goodbye, baseball. And the Spiders are really running riot over the Seattle Sonics here in Columbus. They just look shell-shocked out there. And to be honest, so do I. You keep thinking, maybe they'll wake up, Bellinger, with a home run, a single with 1 out, etc., etc. They've just done nothing here of the sort. Just poor fielding. Pitching has actually been decent. Can really only blame them for a couple of the runs. Of course, 2 home runs, single or 2. And here's Cactus Pro 1 for 3 today with a triple and a run scored. That was the fault of Gregsy in left field fielding. So Yam now has a good day at the plate too. Solo home run off of Bellinger. 1-0. The long wind. 2-0 inside. Here's the 2-0 now. Strike 1. Pop to third and caught. 1 down. So up steps Temp Taser. Hopefully, there he comes. 3 for 3 today with 3 singles, 2 runs, RBI. Right-handed batter is ready. Here's the long wind from Bellinger. Swing and miss for strike 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Columbus leading 6-1. Right center field. One hops, hits the wall. Taser rounding first and heading to second. Up with it now is Cappy. Stand-up double for Temp Taser with 1 out. 4 for 4 day for him. And here's Sneer. One and 0 on Sneer. Check swing. 1 around. Strike 1. Here's the pitch from Bellinger. That's check down. Second base, not in time. Almost nailed him. Ground ball. Shortstop will hold the runner. Throw to first. In time. Get a Sneer. Brings up PCB. 1 for 2 with an RBI and the sacrifice bunt. That sacrifice came in the 3rd inning. Brought home an extra run, courtesy of Kixelry. RBI single on deck with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Bellinger. First dealing outside. The 1-0. Hit in the air, right field. Outfielder was not there. He gets by. Oh, my goodness gracious. Second base with a double is RBI double is PCB. Outfield caught napping out there in right field. I think that's Flamedrius. Not too sure. Well, Temp Taser scores from second base. The score is now 7-1. 1-0 on Kixelry. Over the plate for 1. Strike there. Line to shortstop. That will land the inning. Yam, home run. Cactus, out of third. Temp Taser doubles. Sneert ground short to first. PCB RBI doubles. Kixelry lines to short. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. Score after 7 full innings. Seattle trailing now 7-1. Notre Dame leading off the top of the 8th here. And now they are 6 runs behind, and this is looking like a typical Seattle loss. Getting 2 hit. You know, type of performance that Garrett Cole would have against like a T-ball team, except they probably wouldn't get a single hit as Notre Dame robbed of a hit there in third base, leading off. Here's Gabriel plays 0 for 2 today. 0-1. Oh and 2 now. One and 2 now. Hit to second baseman, and Ben makes the catch. Second out here, and here's Sakaro. 2 for 1 today. Fouled, first base side. Count is even at 1-1 here. Two and 1 now. Two and 2 now. Ground ball, slow number, catcher, first base, got him. Notre Dame out at third, Gabriel plays out at second, Sakaro grounds catcher to first, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nothing at all. Seattle still getting 2 hit here as we enter the bottom of the 8th, and now still trailing 7-1. Here's comeback Ben. He's been a busy boy. In the dirt for ball 1. Oh no, is grounded foul, first base side. Foul now, third base side. In the dirt again, ball 2. Bellinger's still on the hill here. Here comes the 2-2. Hit, one hopper to, actually, number to third. Throw is wild, and Ben is safe. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see, how many errors? Just 1 error still. Here's Choate, 1 for 3 today with a single and a strikeout. Out at first base, last time up. Caught by the third baseman, actually. And it brings up Dreadlord, 0 for 4 today. Last chance for the Sonics coming up in the 9th. Felpux, Flamedrius, Cappy, 912. Someone called 911. I think there's been a murder. Murder being the Sonics team. 1-0, ball high. Ugh. I think I need to, like, snort sugar before games like this. Hit. Frozen rope over second base. Valinaris couldn't get it. Ben is at second. And Dreadlord, first hit of the day. 1 for 5 now. And here's Yam. Solo home run last time up in the 7th. Strikeout looking. And a fly out and a ground out. So all that's left to complete would be a walk, but I don't really know. That's, or I guess the sacrifice too, but I don't really know if that's going to happen. Ballinger steps off the mound. Just not pretty here. No offensive put out besides Ballinger's solo home run. The lone hit went to Notre Dame in the 5th inning. Other than that home run, that ball is hit sky high. First base makes the catch. So here's Cactus, 1 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. Here's the left-hander's pitch. Outside, ball 1. And that's in there for a strike. Hooked in. That is fouled to first base, and no one could get it. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, ball 2. Ground ball to second base. Belinaris makes the throw in time to retire the side. Comeback Ben singles. Cho 8. Lines to third. Dreadlord singles. Yam pops to first. Cactus ground second to first. No runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. Top of the 9th we go. Seattle trailing 7-1 to Columbus. Yam looking for a complete game 2-hitter. No, PCB is coming. Maybe. No? Yeah, I'd just love to know who's who in baseball. Taking the mound is Bob RT. Nope, he's gone. Oh. I just really love to see the pitcher take the mound. There's Yam. So, assuming that Seattle doesn't score six runs here, 6 or more, because that's in the dirt for ball 1, Yam will have his 4th victory on the year. Belinaris will have his 4th loss on the year. Belinaris would fall to 3-4. Yams would be 4-3. 2-0 now on Bellpooks. The 9th man. 2 groundouts. Just a really, really dismal day here. Only 2 men reached all game so far. That's in there for a strike. Hit to third base and caught on the air for the first down of the 9th inning. Here's Flamedress, struck out swinging in the 6th inning. Placed Baggio in the lineup. The right-hander obliges with the first pitch over the plate for a strike. You know, if you thought this was a public server, you'd be laughing at the 188 average with all the gear, but this is HCBBL. And, you know, some days they just don't look so good. Some days they look amazing. And here's the 1-1. Over the plate again. Fastball got one right by him. Strike 2. Yeah, you'd just love to see something. As that's a ball. Oh, sorry. Well, anyways, count was even at 2-2. 3-2 now. Count is full. Full count is a walk. Always outside. So here is Cappy. 0 for 3 today. With 3 flyouts. Twice to right, once to left. So third base runner. All game for Seattle. You know, they got 2 outs. They only need 6 runs. Anything's possible. Ball 1. #101st pitch on the way. Grounded sharply to third. Third to short to first. Game-ending double play. 5-6-3. That does it here in Columbus. Seattle goes out with a whimper. The Spiders win 7-1 on a complete game 2-hitter from Yam. The lone run for Seattle came on a home run over the course of the game. Yam pitched a contact, only struck out 2. As, by the way, Seattle, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left in the top of the 9th. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. So, Villanaris, 6 innings, took the loss. Most of the runs he gave up were not really his fault. The 5 runs. Gave up, how many hits would that be? 12 hits. Wait, sorry, no, 10 hits. 10 hits. Bellinger mops up the game, gives up 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out none and walked none. Gave up a homer. Well, there's nothing to say. There's just nothing to say. Columbus was the only team on the field today. You know, 7 runs on 15 hits, no errors. Seattle, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 errors. So let's just do the line score. Starting off with the visiting Sonics. Baggio went 0 for 1. Flamedress went 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Cappy went 0 for 4 with a double play. Bellinger went 1 for 3 with a solo shot. Tox went 0 for 2. Gregsy, batting in the 4th position, went 0 for 1. Bellinaris went 0 for 3. Notre Dame went 1 for 3. The only other man to get a hit. Good riddance. Gabriel Plays went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Gregsy in the 8th position went 0 for 1. Carl went 0 for 2. And Velpix rounded out the order, going 0 for 3. Already talked about the pitching for Columbus. Complete game 2 hitter, 1 run only. Let's go to the Columbus bats. Redlord, 1 for 5 with a strikeout and a single. Yam, 1 for 5 with a home run and a single. Solo shot came in the 7th inning, so he had a run and RBI. Cactus, 1 for 5, strikeout, and a run scored. That blown hit was a triple. Temp Taser, 4 for 4 day, scored 3 times, 1 RBI, 3 singles and a double. Sneer, 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. PCB, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a sacrifice. Kixerly, 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Comeback Ben, 2 for 4 with a solo home run, accounted for his run and RBI. And Choate, 1 for 4 with a strikeout looking. Well, Bellinaris and Bellinger were the pitchers for Seattle. You already went through their pitching scores. Well, that does it here from Columbus. A real laugher, to say the least. We'll be on the air tomorrow for the second game of the series, and we really hope that Seattle shows up too, because if so, I might need a little more than 1 cup of coffee to get through the game. And I probably could use a little more caffeine than a cup of coffee at this rate. Well, anyways, this is your broadcast signing off. We thank you very much for listening, and we hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.